still plenty of history here. He becomes, get this, the youngest player to score at least 17 goals in a Ligue 1 season since 1956. Quick math. 67 years, is that right? So not just a good player, a historic player.
Yeah, these millennials love their statistics.
Related news, England are having an injury crisis to start their international break. Both Marcus Rashford and Mason Mount have been ruled out injured. See what I'm getting at here, right? A couple attacking players. Many thought Gareth Southgate would call in some replacements, potentially Balogun, who of course is eligible for England, the United States, and Nigeria. In the end, though, Southgate leaving his squad as it is and leaving Balogun's international future in the air a bit longer. So, Herc, it's the latest development in the Balogun sweepstakes. Is this something, nothing, or everything for the U.S. pursuit of their potential future number 9?
It's something. Folarin Balogun is still with the U21s, the English U21s, mind you. But if we go down the depth chart of this current roster and the makeup of this roster, I'm looking at a few names you would expect on there, right? Foden, Jack Grealish, you got Harry Kane, Saka, and then there's Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, who's I believe what right now, 29 years old? No, 27 years old. Okay, behind Harry Kane. Great season at Brentford. Nobody's taken that away from him. But if you're looking to build to the future, nobody is moving Harry Kane. He is historic with the English national team. If you're looking to build for the future, what Gareth Southgate right now is doing is he is putting the final nail in the coffin in the eyes of many people, pundits and fans, that will ultimately drive Folarin Balogun to the U.S. men's national team and those loving arms. A player who's 21 years of age, top 5 league, scoring goals for fun, a record breaker, and continues on pace to fight guys like Kylian Mbappe, rivaling the statistics of players like Erling Haaland. I don't care if you're England, you're Brazil, or you're U.S. men's national team. This is a player worth following, and this may be something that drives this player away.
I think it's closer to everything than nothing here, right? Because it feels like this is trending in the right direction. I don't know if you saw, there was an interview he did with the BBC recently.
I watch all the time.
Of course, I know you do. You called them out in the World Cup for their coverage, some might remember. I think you were actually talking about somebody else, but you talked about the BBC. Anyway, Balogun said that he hasn't heard anything from Nigeria, so it doesn't seem like Nigeria's particularly interested. And generally,
you're not moving Victor Osimhen. I mean,
no, but that's the thing. It's Kane for England. It's Osimhen. It's Iheanacho. I mean, there's 2 or 3 guys you got to really think about for Nigeria. So if you're talking about playing time, very clearly the case is for the United States, right? And we just saw from his Instagram, he's a guy that wants to be appreciated. But there seems to be kind of a lukewarm response in general from English football to this player, Herc, and that's very curious for me. Because he's an Arsenal product, right? He's an Arsenal product. He's played a ton for the English youth national teams. They know exactly what he is, and yet not only is Gareth Southgate not taking this opportunity to lock down a player that they know they're competing for, but Arsenal had a chance over the winter to bring him back on loan when Gabriel Jesus got hurt. They didn't do it. If you look at the clubs that are linked to him now, it's not a lot of Premier League teams. It's teams like Bayern Munich. It's teams like AC Milan. So it seems like generally we're obsessed with this player and nobody in England cares. And if we go off his Instagram post, which I know is just an Instagram post, but it tells you it's a guy who wants to be appreciated, it sounds to me like in terms of appreciation, it's US and then way down the list, everybody else. We really want him. I think you got to ask if England and Nigeria do.
I'm not saying it's the same thing, but this is awfully a lot like another player who had ties to Arsenal, who had ties to multiple national teams, and ended up choosing the U.S. men's national team.
I wonder if they're friends, the guys you're mentioning.
You think they're friends? You think they're friends?
Yunus Musa, of course.
You think these people talk? You think these players talk? But because it's not just Yunus Musa. There are other players in the U.S. men's national team that are friends with the gun, that talk to Balogun. There are other players who know what this is about, and other players who may be involved in a recruitment process. So everything plays, everything plays.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.